AOC might be making headlines this week about what she did in New York by showing up at the Met Gala in a dress that said tax the rich, but there's another member of the House of Representatives who went to New York recently and did something that should have made headlines, but for some reason didn't. And that person was Lauren Boebert, who attended a fancy dinner in New York with several New York Republican legislators and, of course, 2 Capitol rioters. One of whom, by the way, is actually going to challenge AOC in the midterms next year. But Lauren Boebert, as an invited guest of the state Republicans, shows up at this swanky dinner, gives a speech, and knows that the whole purpose of this thing, I assume she knows, is to support this woman who videoed herself at the Capitol riot just outside the Capitol itself, and now she's planning on challenging AOC for her seat in Congress. Here's what happened. The 2 women in question, Tina Forte is the first one. She's a big Q person, according to the reports here. She is the one who is going to challenge AOC. She is a right-wing media influencer or social media influencer, according to Salon.com here. And the other one is Jen Romero, who is a former co-host of a Sirius XM radio show. Photos taken at the event depict a crowded room with no attendees visibly masked. As Romero noted, Boebert arrived at the event with Representative Lee Zeldin and Representative Nicole Maliotakis, who are both New York Republicans. And about Forte herself, Salon says, a reputed Q believer live-streamed herself and the above-mentioned Jen Romero from the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Forte was wearing riot gear. And in a video uncovered by Snopes, Forte is seen in a restricted area outside the Capitol, claiming, quote, "I'm wearing a bulletproof vest because I'm on everybody's effing hit list and you could possibly think of." She went on to say, "Now we're at the Capitol, and now we're on to the next one," while winking into the camera. And this is the person that Lauren Boebert went to New York to celebrate, to support. I'm not exactly sure what Lauren Boebert was doing. But we do know that Lauren Boebert, just like other people like, Louis Gohmert, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she doesn't believe that the Capitol rioters did anything wrong. And if this individual, Ms. Forte, posted a video of herself and Ms. Romero in a restricted area, even outside the Capitol, that is trespassing. And that is, believe it or not, what a lot of these Capitol rioters are actually being prosecuted for. They're having some of the serious charges dropped against them, and most of them just getting hit with, trespassing on federal property type stuff. Basically what you would get if you went into a national park after dark after it had closed. Nothing too serious considering what they did. But this person, according to this video, also said, now we're on to the next one? Now we're on to the next one? What the hell does that mean? That, to me, is something that needs to be looked into. That, to me, is something that needs to be investigated. How this individual has not yet been arrested, as far as I know, is beyond me. There's video of her there. She took the video. So how is she even free to go to fancy-ass dinners in New York with a sitting member of Congress, Lauren Boebert, and try to challenge another sitting member of Congress? Nothing about this makes any sense. It also makes no sense how this story has flown under the radar for 2 weeks. Because this actually happened on September 2nd. September 2nd. So we're 2 weeks removed from when this event actually took place. And it took Salon.com to finally uncover it. And the question is, will anybody else talk about this? Lauren Boebert hanging out and partying with 2 Capitol rioters who are on video saying, on to the next one? I don't know about you, but I kind of think that's a big deal.